Okay, greetings everyone. This is First Centurion with a first look at a new game, Plutocracy. Just got this game this week. It was released in early access on Steam, and it is a game based in the 19th century United States where you are one of the wealthy elites attempting to gain influence and prestige and wealth throughout the United States. There is a campaign mode here which is currently unavailable, I think, because it's currently still in development, but it looks like you can play as, well, Pursuit of Rockefeller, In Vanderbilt's Footsteps, Carnegie's Legacy, Ford Supremacy, and Morgan Financial Games. These all sound like pretty interesting titles, especially if you're a fan of the Gilded Age in American history. This is the time period. Right now, just Sandbox is available. Looks like we're going to have multiplayer available as well. In this game, you are playing as sort of like a captain of industry type, or someone who's trying to at least rise up through the ranks of American economics in the late 19th century. You can be male or female. Those are options. I'm assuming they're probably going to have... Well, I guess you could choose different characters here, huh? I didn't look at that yet. Ages range from elderly, young to mature. Race, European, African American, or Asian. You can play as small world size, medium world size, large world size, huge world size. I don't know the difference, actually. I only played as small. Actually, small seemed pretty big. I'm going to get into it in a second when I show you guys what this game is more about. Just going over the options here. You do play against an opponent, like a rival. You can have more than one rival, or you can have no opponents, which is kind of cool. That you have all these different options. Small fish, piranha, financial shark, small fish. And winning conditions, you need to get to the top of the rating of the richest people in the United States as soon as possible. Maybe you will be able to get ahead of John D. Rockefeller by becoming a billionaire sooner than he. And the year is 1880. Looks like you can switch that indefinitely. Okay, indefinitely is interesting. Or infinitely. Sorry, infinitely. That's interesting. The other winning condition is influence. Influence is the best way to rule the country, and people become the most influential person in the USA by proving that money is just a consequence of acquired influence. I don't know if this is a combination or options for victory. I haven't completely fully played yet, but it is a turn-based game. It's based on rising up through the wealthy elites. Again, plutocracy is a government ruled by wealthy elites, or society ruled by wealthy elites. And you're going to be doing a lot of business in this game. It says turn-based. You're going to be buying up shares of companies and earning dividends and then selling shares. So there's sort of like a stock market game function involved here, but there's also more of a personal sort of agent type thing going on here, where you have to deal and negotiate with different people, and that is going to involve knowing different things about their characteristics and knowing how to better approach them. And it's not just about buying and selling. There's also sort of luxury items out there like sailboats and different types of horses, thoroughbreds and other types of horses. There's coin collectors out there. There are different people that have different interests as far as luxury items, which you can acquire, and I think sort of use them to sort of help get what you want. And it's not just buying and selling stocks from people, because people have connections to other people in the game. And so you're going to be dealing with people to gain influence with them, which can also help you use that person to gain more influence with someone else who they might be connected to. And it looks like there's an element of like espionage and bribery and like scandalous stuff going on. And so it's not just people who are the wealthy elites. There's also like assistants in the game, and they may have like dirt on somebody, it seems like. Again, I haven't fully played through everything, but it looks really cool. It looks really good. And I was a supporter of this game early on when it came out on Indiegogo, and so I helped fund it. So they gave me a rule book, which I have somewhere, and I misplaced it or it's online somewhere. It's got to be in one of my emails. But that's got a lot more. It's like a strategy tip book that has a lot more detail into it. Well, there's pressing a key. I was trying to just prolong that to get through the intro. The intro sort of takes a little bit. All right, so here is your office or your headquarters, so to speak. Every business has an office. There you can improve your skills, view financial reports, and your connections. The game goal is to become the richest and most influential person in the USA. You can do this by various methods. For instance, by purchasing luxury items at auction and selling them overpriced to interested characters. So it's kind of diabolical in here. It's not a lot of morality or ethics in this game. So if you're interested in that, go somewhere else. But if you're not interested in that, go somewhere else. Let's see, you can increase the loyalty to yourself. So there's a loyalty level, there's an influence level, and there's also a loyalty level involved. But the easiest way is to buy profitable companies' shares. And so you've got a bunch of different things in this office. There's a map here that gives you an overview of the country and everything. You can't really move it around here. You can make deals in states where you are. Use the player chip to move to another state. Choose the chip, click a state. You cannot cancel your trip after you confirm the movement. Alright, so I am here in California, and my rival is out there in Virginia. I think you can only go to a couple states. I don't think you can go to every state, at least not yet. Wisconsin hasn't joined the U.S. Really? This is a little off. It's 1870. So again, early access. They've got some work to do. But we have 5 states here, I guess, that you can click on the state, and then when you go into the state, it's going to have a list of companies, and you have the names of the company. You have the amount of shareholders that the company can hold. You have the amount of workers, which I don't know exactly what that means. You have the market cap, which is the total market value of the company. The profitability, which is the company's profits relative to the capitalization per quarter. Okay. Then there's dividends. Dividends are nice because they pay out and they bring you income, which is good. Then there's technologies. I don't think the technology aspect has been brought into the game yet. That part is still under development. But if you go into a company, let's see here. Let's try something that's profitable. First, market cap is high here, which is a good thing. But one of the problems is when you go into these, there's only 3 people here, and the 2 people in this company might be a little too... Let's see here. All right, so they might be a little too strong to get a good deal from. So what the idea is that you want to sort of prey on the weak first, and then consolidate your wealth and grow. I think that's the concept that we're working with. Because here you're dealing with guys that have strong economics and very strong diplomacy. I'll get to that in a second. To view the detailed financial statement of the company, or influence the company's management, you need to get more than 1% of the shares. So the fastest way is to buy profitable companies' shares. So you want something that's profitable. What else do we have here? I'm going to read the rest. To become a shareholder and get dividends, select the shareholder from who you want to buy the shares. So you got to pick one of these guys and make a deal with him. You should consider his diplomacy and economics levels, right there, because it has an effect on the chance to make a profitable deal. So lower economics and diplomacy, better chance of profitable deal. That's just a strategy I think I figured out right away. If I'm wrong, maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm right, I don't know. Feel free to post down below if anyone knows. A shareholder's loyalty plays a key role in negotiations, so having someone who's more loyal character to you, the easiest it is to make a deal. Try to select the most loyal characters to make a deal. Select the shareholder by clicking the right mouse button to make a deal. Here's another one. You must have more influence points. This is one of the reasons why you can't go after one of the big companies. You must have more influence points than the selected character, or an equal number ones, in order to start negotiations. So they won't even talk to you unless you have enough influence points. Good loyalty decreases the required influence points, and vice versa. Influence is an essential strategic resource. By buying companies, you will get more influence points. The amount of influence depends on the number of shares and workers. Okay, I didn't read that before. There's where the workers come in a company. the number of puppets and sponsored politicians. So yeah, there's a lot going on here. So if you look at these people, they are they're legislatures. They're actually senators, right? And then there's this investor, Brandon Green. So I actually could negotiate with these guys because I think I have more influence. There's my influence right there. This is my income, which is negative because I don't own anything. Here is the total amount of cash I have. This is the wealth I have in assets, which is just cash. You can also have assets in other things like companies, stocks, property. And then this is rating. This is the rating of the player. Alright, so you have different ambitions here on the side. This person wants, I want to get shares of a transport company. So maybe if you could help that person out with that, it will better smooth over the deal. These are two very small stakeholders in this investor's company. This investor has a 88% stake in the company. So you could maybe pick off of these guys, but that might not be the best way to go. So I might try to go through it for another company. But I'm going to come back and show you guys that later. I want to just give you a better overview of what's going on. This is the map, and that's what you can do on the map. You buy things and you find people and you deal with them. Also, I just want to point out one more thing too. When you click on a company and you click on a person, then you're going to have all the people that that person is connected to. Other state legislatures, other investors, a judge, prosecutors, there's police officers, and they're also, like I said, assistants. So, and they all have their own ambitions. And working with them, I think they can help you maybe get to somebody else, maybe. So, there's a lot here, a lot of little intrigue going on here with the people that are, all the connections that are involved in the game. Just to give you another quick overview of the office. Oh, I have someone banging on my door right now. That's somebody's loading. I'm going to end this video right now as a first look of Plutocracy. Thank you for watching, and I'm probably going to have another video coming out pretty soon. Please like the video if you did, and post some comments down below so I know that this is something you guys want to watch. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next episode.